Well, let's see who's around today. Let me get in the chat, get my notes in there so people get the website. Okay. Don't forget, everybody, if you're new to Let's Go Help, we have a section called Unlock My Goals. I'm finally starting to remember the word on that. So if you go over on the left-hand side, there's a tab called Unlock My Goals. And that tab has great free stuff for you to really solve most of our problems, because the questions we get are pretty standard. I mean, everybody's got a problem with debt. Everybody's got a problem with buying a house. Everybody's got a problem with starting a business. Everybody's got a problem with paying for health care. And so what we've done is all these, and also starting a nonprofit we have a section that you could join each of those topics if you want. And there's a step-by-step on how to find those programs that help you where you live. See, the problem with government programs is they're different everywhere. So there's not one, I can't give you one website, that will solve, starting a business for everybody. No, it's different. And there's dozens and dozens and dozens of programs in every city to solve that. So you have to go out and find those. But what we do is show you where they are, where you live. And that's the important thing, that you're looking in the right place. And the main thing about this, hiya, Colleen. Charity too. ADHD friendly. Well, I think I must have it too. I can't pay attention to anything. You have to do work on this. We show you where it is, because otherwise people go to Google and they try to get help with their income and things like that, and it's not going to work, because everybody in Google wants to sell you something. That's capitalism. But see, we have two sections of our economy. We have a capitalism that solves your problems if you have money. Then we have another section of our economy, which is almost half. It's actually 40% of everything in America are people that give you money to solve your problem. That's right. See, but you don't know about that because they don't advertise, and you can't find them in Google. You go to Google and you'll find 200 million people that will solve your financial problems, but they all want money. Okay, so you don't have money, that's why you have a problem. Right? So it just makes it work. And so what you have to do is use the other side of our economy, which is what I call the community side. So this is the community side, and that helps you for free. They give you money, they give you free services for anything. So that's why I think you do too here. Very good. And that's why if you go over to Unlock Your Goals, you could find the step-by-step where to find these people. And it's all about getting on the phone. That's another thing you have to relearn. You cannot rely on finding a website and filling out an application. That's not going to work. You have to find the right application. That's the key. I could show you, you go to Google and you have 100 grant applications, but they're probably all not for you. You have to find out what's wrong, and you're going to be filling those out and spin your wheels. Colleen knows that. And you have to get on the phone to call people to find out the right one for you. Okay, and that's what we do, show you the right places for you to contact to find the right application for you to fill out. Okay, let's talk inflation a little bit. This is what we're all talking about in Washington anyway, is inflation. And with the stock market going crazy, and it's a circus here in town, but I'm sure it's in your headlines too. It's just louder if you live in Washington, because everybody's career depends on it. Yeah, and that's it. We have people in the building that been working on items, lawyers and technical people for 20, 30 years, and all of a sudden they lose their job overnight. They're gone, and it's over. Now, that's crazy. It's crazy because not even sure if it's legal, but it'll take a year to find out if it's legal or not. So they get away with it. You look like Ness Lessman, the government scam guy. Oh, that's probably me you're talking about, Matthew Lesko. I don't know. And the government is not a scam. If it's a scam, we wouldn't have this country full of billionaires looking in Washington to get more money for themselves out of the government. So government money is certainly not a scam. It's a scam. You think it's a scam because people will scam you and say they have the money, and they don't. Nobody could give you money except the people giving out the money. So if anybody contacts you under my name or anything else, then people use my name to scam people. So you may be right on that point. What's important that it is you realize it is, because this year they're going to give out $18,000 to every grown-up. Okay, so that's what's important to know, that that's there for you if you learn the system. If you don't learn the system, then you run into scams, and you won't get it. I will be in Washington, D.C. this month. I would like, well, tell me what you need. We can help you right now. You don't have to wait a month to learn. I would like to learn. I would love to learn the system. Okay, Lisa, tell us what you need money for. What are you trying to do in life? Because most of the programs are really not in Washington. They're where you are. And that's what's important. You have to start learning the system there. I mean, it's interesting, what the government has and things like that, but learning it where you are is what you got to learn. Tell me what you need money for, Lisa. You're going to keep it a secret. Okay, Mariana, author and game developer with sign language. Ooh, interesting. Characters, Marina and Wakiki. That's great. Well, if you're a game developer, Marina, go to the left-hand side where it has Unlock My Goals and look for starting a business, or it's really start or expand a business, anything you want to create money for. And then it shows you how to make an appointment with free mentors, business mentors in your area, okay? And that's what's important, okay? You start right there, and then it'll take you, after you do that, whatever. And when you make an appointment with these mentors, call more than one. Talk to 2 or 3 to see what they all can say about you getting free money and help. All the websites we give you will never charge you money, okay? All the websites we give you will never charge you money, okay? I've been in transition, divorce, homeless, veteran, building a business, doing transnational coaching, okay? Now, again, Lisa, for your coaching business, okay, I put up some websites today that I think are great. I used them when I was doing coaching. Before I started this, I was wondering, hey, will people buy this information if I help them one-on-one? I wasn't sure about all that. And so I used this website. Let me give you this website to test my ideas to see if I could really sell this. And it convinced me I can. Okay. Okay, let me give you these 2 websites. These are 2 websites. And see, you could do this with anything. You don't have to be a coach. You could be an expert in making pancakes or something and sell that expertise, okay? You don't need money to start a business. You don't need money to coach people. You need customers, okay? There's 2 websites I have here. Where'd it go? Where's the chat? Okay, Podmatch, okay? And the other one is Clarity, CLARITY.FM. Okay, right now, you could go to clarity.fm, sign up for free. And this is a website you could be on to tell people, here's how you could pay for me. Here's how you could give me money. And you go out on social media and say, hey, I do this, I could help you, yada, yada, yada. You do a free Instagram, all these things. You know, YouTube, like me, I do. None of this marketing costs me any money. Okay? And then, but you have to have a way to get money from people. Okay, and this is what clarity is. So you talk about how good you are and how you help people or give them tricks, and if they want to talk to you more, you send them to this website. You have a button that will send them to make an appointment with you, okay? And it's all set up. You don't have to worry about cashing money. You don't have to worry about being able to accept money or credit card. They do everything, okay? So they sign up to talk to you about your coaching or about how to change a light bulb or anything you want to sell, how to fix your kids, anything. And you charge by the minute. Like I used to charge $1 a minute, you know, to see if people will buy this. And they did. And so, but then actually doing the work and talking to people and trying to solve, then that gave me more information. I'll add it to my link. Okay, and it gave me more information about what people need, how to solve their problem. So you get the back and forth of doing the work, actually, without having any infrastructure, without anything. You don't need anybody else to help you do that. The other thing that is like that, you know, so instead of doing, in addition to doing YouTube videos explaining and trying to get people on social media, is I have a thing there called podmatch.com, podmatch.com, okay? You could set up your own podcast. So every week you give instructions on podcasts, people could join your podcast, and about how to be a better person or fix the toilet or anything you feel you're an expert in, see? And they, on that, that's $6 a month. The Clarity, what they do is they take a percentage of what they bill. So if the person was on, you charge $1 a minute, and the person talked to you for an hour, so that means you got $60, and they maybe take $6 or something. But they take care of everything. You don't have to do anything except answer the phone and talk to people and help them. And that's what's important. So that's why it's easy to start a business, easy to get income. You have to get customers is the hard part. That's what social media is. But you don't want to spend money on marketing. You don't want to do advertising because you don't know what works. And you have to do it for free and the grunt work till you find out what works. I mean, that's what I did in every business. And it is so easy. Thank you. Everyone else charges for coaching. I think I just found my mental block. Thank you. Everyone else charges for coaching. I think I just found my mental block. I'm not sure what you mean, Lisa. Yes, that's how they make a living, okay? Yeah, they charge hundreds and hundreds of dollars. Yeah. A lot of these programs are the value of it is whatever you could get. When you sell information, there's no price to it. So it's all what you could get, what people think it's worth. So you start low to see if there's anything there, if anybody will buy it and how. So you don't want to be overpriced in the beginning. You want to see what the market is, and eventually you'll find the right price. In the beginning, just do something that, so because you don't have a track record and anything, and that's what to do. That's why I think, see, all you need is what's in your head, and you got a business. And you can make an extra $500 or $5,000 a month by doing that without costing you any money. You have to build at it. It's not going to be fast, but you don't have to cost money. And that's what I keep repairing my trailer. Okay, Catherine, it's really bad. Okay, now what you need is home repair money. Okay, for your trailer that's not in good shape. So go to findhelp.org. Okay, go to findhelp.org and put in your zip code and put in home repair. Now there's going to be a lot of home repair money there. And most of it probably won't be for trailers, but that's okay. You keep going, you call. I mean, if there's 40 there, you call 40 people. This is how you get things done. You call people even if it's not perfect for you, but you talk to them and you say, hey, how do I fix my trailer? If you don't fix trailers, can you suggest someone else that does have free money and help to fix trailers? Okay, and that's what you do. And there are programs like that, but you have to dig them out. They don't come to you. You're not going to find them by using Google. You're going to get just more people that want to get money from you, okay? So if you don't have money, just stay away from Google because you'll get frustrated and you'll borrow money because you think that's your only option. So don't do that. You have to dig harder to get the option, whatever it is. The other thing you do, you call a couple dozen people to see about grant money for trailer repair because that's your home. And so there's a lot of government programs that help you. The other important thing I think to get to, if you look on our housing, the goals thing we have on this side. Boy, I still can't remember that word. You go there and look at the housing thing. And then in the beginning, the first one is a listing of people who help with housing. Now, your trailer, that's your home. So you're looking for people there. You want to talk to people that are in the business of helping people with housing problems. But you only want to talk to people who are .gov or .org. That means they're giving away free money and help. If you go to .com, you're going to get people going to charge you. And if you have money, that's great. But if you don't have money, you have to stay away from them, okay? And that's Google. Google is all about that. So make sure you stay away from Google. I am ancestral and intergeneration healing, trauma, and limiting. I feel uncomfortable charging for it because I've done it for free for 50 years. Well, I would still do something that you say you do this. I don't know if they have free on Clarity. Maybe you could have free. I don't think so. But even if you put 25 cents or whatever it is, or you start saying you're available to do this free, go live on YouTube. Okay, and let people know you're there to solve these kind of problems for free. Okay, start a group on Facebook. Facebook is a good place to start a group. So in other words, you go on Facebook. Now there's millions of people coming on Facebook all the time. Okay, so you go to Facebook and you have intergenerational healing. Lisa's intergenerational healing. Okay. Trauma and limiting beliefs. Well, I'd put Lisa's trauma healing. Okay, maybe something that means something intergenerational. Oh, what is that? Whatever. So if you put trauma and healing, you know, or you just say you start a website, say trauma healing exchange. Okay, so let's try it this way. Lisa's Lisa, L-A-S, oh, L-A-S-A, okay. So you start this way. You start a group on Facebook called Lisa's Trauma Healing Exchange. So it's really like start it as maybe a place where people could exchange ideas about healing from trauma, okay? Energy healing. Yeah, I mean, everybody has their own, but it seems like healing is a good word, and trauma is a good word. There's the problem you're trying to solve, trauma that we all live with, okay? Or you could just say Lisa's Trauma Exchange. That's sort of cute, I think. So anything I try, I mean, you could change it later anyway. But you got it. The title is important because you got to grab people in. I mean, you see the stuff I do. I spend all my time thinking of the title, the headline. That's what you have to fight is the headline. That's what gets people into you. And then you give them what you really want, but getting them there, you try another one. You try 3 different ones or whatever. You don't know the right one to do, but it has to be provocative. You know, clarity is exactly what I'm seeking. Oh, that's great. So you do that, and you put in a thing where people exchange ideas about healing, and so you're the moderator, and then you also give, private counseling or something on clarity. So you have a place that people come and learn for free from other people and yourself. And then you have, hey, if you need special help, I'm available on clarity and yada, yada, yada. See? So now you're collecting something. So the website isn't, you're the expert. No, the website is, this is like here. I'm an expert because I've been studying this for 50 years. But really what Let's Go Help is people helping people and exchanging these problems, right? And that's what it's all about. Let's see, energy, okay, Lisa, clarity, exactly. Oh, that's nice. See, great idea, community first, right? You build the community because then that's your marketing. That's your audience. You need an audience. You need a following. So if it's just to sell something and people say, oh, there's the coaching. No, coaching is a side, and that's something that people could buy from you that are in the audience, but you're helping people for free, see? And that's what I do. Look I'm on YouTube now helping people for free, right? And hopefully they need more, and I'm here, and if you have $20, I could help you more. and that's why now, to me, that's the key in life. How do you create income? See, how do you create income? Now, also, you use, and I have this in the link on the chat, you use government help if you have any problems with that. In other words, you don't know how to fill out your taxes, or you need help in marketing, you need help in legal stuff you're worried about. You call, you go to sba.gov, sba.gov/local-assistant. Okay, now that's your consultant for your consulting business, okay? And that's what I need 55 plus, limited mobile. So you go there, and so any technical problem, legal problem, money problem you have in running this, You contact these people. First contact them, call 2 or 3 now and then make an appointment with each one of them, telling them what you want to do and what's their suggestion. So you get a relationship with these. So now you have a free mentor to call, if I'm not around, to help you at any time, okay? Yeah, I hope that makes sense, Lisa. Then monetize off, right, exactly. Okay, Elizabeth Washington, okay, apartment I need is 55 plus with limited mobility, thanks. Okay, now, are you over 60? Let's see. Okay, you need living conditions where you live, right? Okay, what you want to do now is don't go to Google, don't go to the newspapers, go to findhelp.org, 58, okay? You want to go to findhelp.org and, where did I? Findhelp.org and put in housing, okay? And start calling the people that are there under housing. I mean, a lot of it won't be valuable for you, but they know the system. See, that's the important thing. They know the system, so they can help you find what you need in housing. I had one of my cheat sheets here. Someone did you take this from me, Lisa? I had. Someone's running off with my. Okay, now here it is. Okay. Okay. Here's the places I would go. I would look at findhelp.org, put in housing in your zip code. I'm low income and need financial assistance. Okay. Yes. Okay. It is. Now get set. You're going to have to make maybe 10, 20 phone calls before you get something that's possible. That is life. I'm sorry. There's no shortcut to do this. And that's what people do. And that's why I want to get this up front. So to keep you in the game, what will happen, I give you a website and it doesn't work. And then you say, oh, fuck, I knew it wouldn't work. No, you can't. You can't do that. It's like looking for a job. You don't go to one office that's hiring and they say no, and you say nobody's hiring. No, then you can't live that way. You'll never get a problem solved, okay? You have to keep working on that problem, finding other places. Okay, here's other phone numbers you could call to do this. One is the Elder Care Locator, okay? And it's for seniors and people with disabilities too. 800-677-1116. 800, I'll put that in the chart here. 800-677-1116. Call them, tell them your housing situation, okay? Then we also said about go to findhelp.org, put in your zip code. And there's two things I would do, is look under the keyword housing and the keyword disability. Because we have lots of programs under, lots of housing programs for people with disabilities. So you're there too, okay? Elder care, needing elected official. Okay, housing is a big issue, okay? Now, and that's why it's gonna take a bunch of phone calls. So get ready, get set, go, start calling. There's not gonna be an easier way. Trump has messed things up. Yeah, he's certainly, yeah. And the problem with it, I mean, is the meanness. That's what I can't get over. I mean, yeah, we should be cutting out waste, fraud, and abuse. Everybody agrees with that. But we shouldn't throw people on the street. There's a way to do that that isn't cruel. And that's I guess the main thing with him is the cruelty that he does to do anything. And it's not nice. I mean, we don't want to live in society, everybody's cruel. And if you're the president, so that gives you everybody else. Thank you, sir, for what you did. Thank you, Elizabeth. The service, then monetize the hour. That's right. Great stuff. Lisa, okay, Elizabeth, I'm renting a room because I can't afford an apartment, and one of the tenants has made it extremely difficult for me to live there now. Okay, I need grants to get an apartment and security deposit. Yes, there are programs for that, but you're gonna have to start going down the list and talking to a dozen people or more, to find something that is right for you. And everyone you call, remember to ask, if they can't help you, ask them for help on other people that may be able to help you. Because see, they're gonna know that better than anybody else, because they're in the business of helping people. They know other people that do that. They go to meetings with people, there's a whole community do that. You go to findhelp.org and you put in housing, you'll see there's hundreds of people, that get paid to help people with housing problems. Yeah. And so that's who you want to talk to. People that are in the business of helping people with housing problems. You don't want to go to Google. You don't want to go to the internet. You go to the internet to find who to talk to. That's the only way you're going to set it. Also, in the region HUD area, there is anything there for each state. Right. Right, and you'll find that in HUD, but if you don't, in Find Help, but if you don't, you go to hud.gov/counseling. Okay, that's another appointment you can make right away. You go there, put in your zip code, like Charity said, and you can make an appointment right away with somebody. Okay, what else you guys got? Let's see if we help somebody on YouTube. Our poor. See if our poor. Okay, I'm gonna put that list that I had in. That I had for members. I'll also put it in the YouTube. Okay, so all the links I talked about. Okay. Let me get this into YouTube so you have that, all the links. No magic, but if you want community and learn from other people who got this money, that's what's neat about Let's Go Help. You talk to other members who got this money, like Charity's there. She's helping other members. She's a member helping other members, and that's what we do. Every month, every day, we have like 3 or 4 hours of members that are helping members. They show you how they did it and who they talked to and what they had to say. I think that's more powerful than me because I've been doing this 50 years, and someone who just learned how to do it, to me, is probably better. Okay, so you could join our loving community. At http. Okay, so that I got all those links, and in those links, okay, you have to start creating income for yourself. That's what life is about. So besides getting grants or whatever, pay for expenses, but also creating income. And there's two ways to do that. One is by creating a small business that costs no money and start creating, like we did with the member, Lisa, okay? We did that, and she knows how to do that now. It's gonna take some work too. It's not gonna instant, but if you don't have options, you have to follow up and do it, okay? And then you want to go, that's to get income as an entrepreneur. Then you also want to see, let's see, where is I just get, okay, here we are. Okay, technical pod batch. Right, you can start your own podcast for $6 a week, a month, that's all it costs. Also, go to careeronestop.org, careeronestop.org. You need to get work, a job that pays better, so you could beat inflation. And if you go to careeronestop.org, they'll show you about the programs that are available that you could, and most of them are free training programs. You take a couple months and you get some skill, that's worth something. And even programs where you could get paid $40,000 to get a $100,000 job with no degree. You don't need a degree to get a high-paying job anymore. That's going away. I mean, some you do, but there's a lot you don't. So make sure you learn about that. So if you're fighting inflation, you got to know about money that's available to pay your bills. And that's, if you're not a member, you could go to findhelp.org and put in what you need money for and find money to do that. Then you go to careeronestop.org and you make an appointment on how to earn full-time, part-time, whatever, more money to beat inflation, okay? And then you can go to sba.gov/local-assistance and make an appointment about being a freelancer, working at home, any of those kinds of businesses that you want to start, a small business, big business, anything. That's all for free. All those are free, but you'll never find them in Google because they don't charge money. People in Google charge money. So if you have money, you could go to Google and search for help like this. If you don't have money, you got to stay away from them and only go to organizations that end in .gov or .org. ORG means nonprofit, GOV means government organizations, okay? Okay, guys, I had too much ice cream yesterday, and I got to go exercise so I don't feel as bad. At least I'm recovering from being trafficked. Wow. Wow. Sorry to hear. Well, you must be dealing with trauma, so make sure you help other people, okay? MK Ultra and Monarch, I don't know what that means. I don't have a home address. That's okay. I don't think that make one up, or a friend, you know, if they do something. Or I'm sure if you put in, get a post office address. So you have. Okay. Thanks, Charity. Okay, guys, I'll see you soon. Thanks for being here still and letting me have a great life by being able to help you. And if you want to join us, we have now 15,000 members of members helping members apply to every government program they're eligible for. Okay, and that's what our mission is, to show you the free money and help just because you live in this country is available to everybody. Okay, so make sure you know that. You make sure you know, start learning about these programs. They really can change your life, but I'm biased, so don't trust me. You find out for yourself. Cheers.